Most of the time, I always tell you guys to mention your biggest struggle, to mention your worst symptom, and you always tell me your worst symptom in the comment section. So today it's my turn to tell you my worst symptom when I was struggling with anxiety. My biggest struggle, that was earworms. Oh, like if someone told me to pay even 1,000 USD so that that symptom could go away, I could do exactly that. Earworms was a struggle for me. Feeling like songs are stuck in my head, feeling like, I have phrases stuck in my head, maybe words are stuck in my head, having auditory hallucinations, like someone is calling my name, or like, voices in my head. They're called auditory hallucinations, and if you have them, it doesn't mean that you are going crazy or you're developing schizophrenia. I've said this a couple of times. Anxiety cannot make you to develop schizophrenia, neither can it make you to go crazy. When you're having voices in your head, when you're having songs stuck in your head, it's called earworms. When you're having voices, we call them auditory hallucinations, and they are so normal with anxiety. When I was struggling with anxiety, sometimes I used to hear someone calling my name, and I was like, you know what, like at first I thought that I was going crazy, I'm going schizophrenia. And when I learned about anxiety, when I learned that auditory hallucinations and earworms are part of anxiety, that's when I treated them just like any other symptom. I threw them under the anxiety umbrella. And my struggle was with songs. Like whenever I love listening to rap songs, I love listening to Chris Brown songs, I love listening to Nigerian songs. So anytime I could listen to those kind of songs, those songs used to stick on my head, until at some point I was like, what if I literally just don't listen to music? But also that one would have been avoiding, because why, pre-anxiety I used to listen to songs are things that make us happy. Why should I not listen to songs? Because of anxiety. So if you can't stop. That's why I always tell you, with alcohol, with coffee, with now I want to avoid listening to songs because of anxiety. That's a form of avoidance, and you're gonna have more of it. Anytime you're gonna put alcohol on your mouth, anytime you're gonna drink coffee, anytime you're gonna listen to these songs, they're gonna trigger you, because in your mind you have trained your mind that this is harmful, this triggers anxiety. You have always been avoiding it. So anytime you're going to listen to a song, your brain is just going to tell you avoid it, because this is a trigger for anxiety. You have treated it like a threat for a very long time. So auditory hallucinations, feeling like someone is calling your name, having words, having phrases, having songs stuck in your head, that's part of anxiety. Do not panic about it. Do not react in fear. Just say, this is anxiety and I should treat it just like any other symptom. Another thing that I also struggle with, like phrases, for example, I used to have the urge to say vulgar words when I was struggling with anxiety. I don't know if this is a struggle for any of you. Like if I could, like even on social media, or someone just says something vulgar, it used to stick on my head, and something used to tell me, can you say that word? Can you say that word? So anxiety, because we are tired, our nerves are sensitized, anxiety latches, our brains are tired, anxiety latches on things like, for example, songs, for example, words. Like anxiety tends to latch on anything. You being in the anxious state 24/7, your brain is gonna latch on anything, like for example the words, the phrases, the songs. So for example, me, when I was struggling with the urge to say vulgar words, of course I was not gonna say them, but they used to ring on my head. Like when someone say, even like, what's the best example that I can give? No, I'm not gonna say anything vulgar on this channel, but you will have the urge to always say these words out. You will always have the urge to say these vulgar phrases out, but do not say them, because it may get you in trouble. It may get you in trouble. So if you have a problem with the songs getting stuck in your head, the phrases, the words, know that it's anxiety. Do not fight. Do not try to fix. Do not try to make them go away. Let them sing. Pre-anxiety, you used to have songs getting stuck in your head, but because your brain was not tired, it was never latching on them. It just used to be, I'm having a song, I've had a new song, it's sticking on my head, and it's gonna just go away on its own. So with the same, when you're struggling with anxiety, it's gonna be more, you're gonna have more of it, because you're struggling with anxiety. So the best way to deal with this is just to let them sing. Let the words be in your head. Let the phrases be in your head. Listen to the auditory hallucinations. When your brain sees that you're no longer reacting in panic, you're no longer reacting in fear, they will go away on their own. You're not going crazy, you're not going schizophrenic, you are having anxiety.